The bond between brothers is usually unbreakable, but when one's brother dies and comes back as a ghost, forsaking his afterlife and choosing to protect his brother, how do you let go? How do you choose to let your brother wallow in his afterlife or face destruction without finding peace? Haunt gives us the answer. You don't. You fight. You fight to keep him alive or dead. We continue this story with Daniel, the current Haunt hero, and his brother Kurt, the ghost who provides him with his suit. They both search for Allegra, the only woman who could probably give him answers they want. Come to find out, the apparition was here, right now. And Allegra was literally astonished. My goodness. Kurt was quick. Fusing with his brother Daniel, they became airborne, they became Haunt. And his goal was to keep Allegra safe, was to keep his brother safe. The problem was the apparition was a spiritual being. Physicals meant nothing to it. It could chase you to the ends of the earth, and it would never get tired, never lose you. They both looked to Allegra for some answers. What do we do at this moment? But she was like, there is nothing to do. This is not a creature with a mind. This is a force of nature. Your brother is where he's not supposed to be. Yeah, you're done. Daniel said hell no, and just started swinging all over the apartment, grabbing Allegra the best way he can. He was out of there, and honestly, from the distance, someone watched this happen. What the hell is he running away from? Because mind you, only him and his brother could see this creature. And Allegra, of course. Oh, Allegra, such a beautiful woman with a great behind. Regardless, though, he had to keep her safe. He was running away from a creature that could not breathe, could not say nothing. All he did was consume. And he looked to consume his brother, because his brother was the only being on this planet without a life force. He was inches from capturing them when suddenly he was just gone. And they landed safely. He looked to Allegra, and Allegra said, of course you're tired. Look at you. Your brother is eating your life force, and you are doing nothing about it. He looked at Kurt like, what? Of course, they knew this already. I mean, there had to be a reason. They always got tired after transforming. But now they wondered, what happens when they are caught? She said, you cease to exist. You are going to be punished. You are not supposed to be in this world. You were supposed to have passed on. You chose not to. That means you're trash. Cosmic trash. But I think I have a fix. She licked her finger and placed some of her saliva on his forehead and said, I'll find you. Don't find me. And she just left. Back in the prisons, though, we see something was going down. The big boss was getting freed. Why? Because he has people on the inside, of course. News got back to the new director, and she was pissed off. She didn't know how to handle this. He knows a lot of their organization because his right-hand woman was part of their organization. He probably knows all the agents. Tell everyone to come in. Come in now. There is no time. He can find you and kill you. Back with Daniel and Kurt, though, Kurt was coming to terms that he probably won't be here for too long. Could you go see my girl? Could you go see Amanda? He said, nope, I'm cool off that. I have a girlfriend now. I don't want to be seeing my ex all the time. He said, please, that thing could come back any moment and suck me out of this world. I need to see her at least once. Please. He said, God damn it, cool. He didn't get the report that they were all waiting for him. I mean, literally, not only was he an amateur, he was a new recruit. He was their strongest recruit. He was important. When he didn't show up, they assumed the worst. Where the hell is Agent Kilgore? Well, he went to see his his brother's wife. Yeah, it's complicated. He of course wondered why he was here, and he made it clear that, yeah, I'm just here to talk about my brother. She didn't want to, of course, because she now knows everything. She knows about the other woman. She knows about the affair. She knows about the money. She knows about his spy shit. She knows the truth. Like she didn't even know this man at all. She started to cry and shit, and he started feeling bad. Ghost could cry too. He of course wanted to embrace her, but he couldn't. Come to find out that the apparition was here, right now. He didn't want to say goodbye yet, so he ran. He left his brother behind and just ran. The apparition gave chase, but his brother, foolishly, gave chase too. This dude jumped out of the window expecting his brother to protect him, which he did, but it was still a stupid choice. A childish choice. A choice that only solidified what would happen next because he was trying to slow himself down. The descent was too fast. He couldn't, of course, and he hit his head like a rock, causing the apparition to actually catch them both, and it started to suck his brother off his flesh. It was grotesque. It hurt. He could feel his brother screaming. And when he was done, he was alone in the alley, a weak man screaming for his brother. Amanda came, of course, but he just said, Kurt's gone. Now, to her, that was odd. Kurt was already gone. She didn't know Kurt was a ghost that merged with his brother to become a superhero. And right now, that ghost was falling through the nothingness. What the hell? Where am I? Hello? He just heard enough. He looked around. Hello? Who's there? I saved you from total destruction. You were about to be obliterated. Be thankful. Who is that? My name is not important. And besides, you can't even comprehend who I am. For now, just know you are needed. And I saved you for that reason. You stayed on Earth for a goal. And that goal has not yet been achieved. So I will continue to save you every single time you are sucked away. But keep this in mind. I cannot do this forever. You must find a replacement, a substitute. Back on Earth, though, his brother was hospitalized because the fool jumped out of a window. Why? I don't know. To protect his brother, of course. But now they find out they need to move him. He's not supposed to be moved. He hit his head hard, but still. He's better to be safe with his organization than in a public hospital where the enemies could get him. Come to find out, this was actually a smart move because the enemy was watching. They were watching his very location as they spoke. Cobra wanted blood. And Hudge, well, he was just chilling. I'm on my way. Don't lose them. This was probably the best time to have his brother, but his brother was asking questions to an unknown being. Why? Me. He didn't know why. You stayed behind. Simple. You have a purpose, and you haven't served it yet. Okay, so why do I turn into a suit when I merge with my brother? Well, that's the first stage. He said, first stage. The being said, of course. If you stay on your brother long enough, you become alive, and he dies. You are feeding on his life force. He said, oh, so the longer I stay on him, the more life force I take? The being said, no. The longer you stay on him, the sooner he dies. Now lock in. I'm sending you back now. He said, wait, hold on. One more question. Are you God? The being laughed. Don't be ridiculous. As he returned from the void, he was shocked to find he was in a different location with the Cobra and Hedge outside watching all this. Now Cobra wondered, why the hell are you not going back to business? Why are you not focused on your organization? He said, because this is important, son. Leave that shit. If they want to be bothered, they could suck my junk. But for now, I'm keeping my eye on the biggest threat. The biggest threat was in a coma. He was not waking up and all his friends thought he was going to die. They must have just realized that Father Kilgore, Daniel, was just a normal man a few weeks ago. Now all of a sudden he's a superhero. It's a tough life. They were about to leave until they saw it. His brother was taking hold. Now, mind you, he was in a coma. He was not awake, but now he needed to lock in. His brother was still unresponsive, of course. He was still drooling at the mouth, unable to talk. But Kurt was still screaming, wake up, Daniel, wake up. When Daniel woke up, the first thing he saw was the apparition. Fuck me. Like, what the hell? We need a solution because I can't keep running away. And that's all he could do right now. Even his agents were like, what the hell does he keep running away from? Mind you, again, nobody could see this. So he just looked like a madman swinging away. What do we do? High ground. Get the high ground. They climbed and thankfully they saw a helicopter webbing to it. They stuck on. Come to find out, this was the best play. The apparition could not fly, so it had to walk towards the city just to get them. When they got to the city, though, they needed a plan. What do we do? They jumped down from the helicopter, with Kurt screaming, we have to separate. Daniel was confused. We've only been merged for a few minutes. God damn, what the hell is wrong with you? He said, chill, we need to separate now. He separated, come to find out his brother was still comatose. He said, yeah, okay, let's merge for a few minutes. Now, of course, we know why he needs to separate. He doesn't want his brother dying and him replacing him in this body. But still, it was still a conversation that needed to be had. But before they could even talk, before he could even say what it was, he got shot in the back. What the fuck was that? It was Allegra, and she stood there smiling. It is done. What is done? She said, I gave you part of my life force. The whole reason the thing was tracking your brother was because he was the only being on Earth without one. Now, it will chase me. He looked at her like she was crazy. It will chase you. You gave us your life force, and now you're being hunted, and that's cool? She said, yep. Hell nah, the creature was already here to eat her alive, and she was down with it. He said, nope, I'm not letting you sacrifice yourself for me. Fuck that shit. He planned to swing all night, but she was like, bruh, let me fucking go. She jumped off his shoulders into the creature's mouth, and on her way down, she prayed, yeah, you saved my life. This is my gift to you. He said, nope, Yoink, saved her again. And this time she was actually pissed off. She started fighting him. He was suffocating him with ass. You need to chill, man. What the hell? I'll drop you. She said, that's what I want. Blasting him in the head with life force. He dropped. This time he was knocked out. And when he recovered, he saw it. Her skin was being peeled off. This thing was absorbing every single facet of her. She was just gone. And when it was done, it just left. He didn't see him anymore. He didn't see his brother. They were safe. For now. He didn't know Allegra for long, but she was cool. She gave up her life for his. He wondered why, especially the fact that she said this is her limit. She's done with the ability she could gain as a human. She wanted to transcend. What the fuck does that even mean? Regardless, things were settled. He went to go see Amanda. Did he actually tell her the truth? Why exactly he jumped from the window? He just said, nah, not yet. I'll pay for the window though. She said, okay, but you need to tell me what the fuck is going on. He said, for sure. One day, but not today. He went for the checkup and told the boss everything, and she was sad as well. She died for you. That's odd, don't you think? He said, that's fucking odd. Welcome to my life, because I don't understand none of this. This is too new to me, and I hate being confused, my God. The confusion didn't even stop there because, there was an update on Hodge. Now, you need to remember, he doesn't know Hodge has escaped, but he was informed at this second, and he wasn't even worried. All right, let him come. I'll just kill him too. But you see, that was where he was wrong. Because there was no need. Cobra was on a call with his shorty like, sorry, honey. I'll be back. I'm sorry I had some work to do. But don't worry, I'm good. I'm in a good place. My mind is right. Hold on, honey. Somebody's on the other line. He picked it up and said, yes, boss. Yep, it's done. Easy, don't worry about it. Come to find out, he had already killed Hodge. And he killed him brutally. Without play, without mercy. It was easier than I thought. Now that he was off the table, who took charge of his organization? What's next? We not done. Not even a little.